Hey, welcome to my journey into another menu planning grocery haul. This week, still doing Simply Feeling. I'm not calling it Weight Watchers anymore because, well, technically it is a Weight Watchers program, but they've not had it in, a number of years. And so I don't want to mislead anybody who's looking for current Weight Watchers content to roll up on this and be like, no, that's not quite what I'm doing. So I think it's best if I just leave the Weight Watchers part off and keep it at Simply Feeling. Now this week, my goodness. Now, with my mom in the hospital, it took me 3 days to do it, but maybe that was a good thing because I had more time to think over it, even though last night I rushed in. Well, yeah, I rushed about let's say 2/3 of it in last night. So maybe I didn't have time to think about it. But the thing about this is, in this whole 7 days of breakfast, lunch, and supper, I have 2 points. Everything else is Simply Feeling. Everything. So I have 47 points for the week to do with as I see fit. Snacks during the week, a treat on the weekend, whatever I want to do. So I'm really excited about this menu. So we'll just start with today. It's Wednesday. I'm going to have an egg and cheese sandwich thin for breakfast. The Arnold sandwich thins. And it's fat-free cheese. Then for lunch, I'll be at the hospital. I'm just going to take some cottage cheese and fruit, fat-free cottage cheese. And then for supper, these are where my points come in. Chicken broccoli Alfredo with whole wheat pasta. And I'm not sure. I've got some kind of pasta in here. I just didn't look. It's some kind of long pasta. But the 2 points is from the Alfredo. And what I'm going to do before I mix the Alfredo into everything is I'm going to measure out my 1/4 cup and get out my noodles and my chicken and my broccoli and pour it on that. And there's my 2 points for the Alfredo sauce. And then for Thursday, pumpkin English muffin. It's my pumpkin spice puree over a Simply Feeling English muffin. Lunch, I still have some turkey. That's what I've been taking to the hospital. Turkey and cheese sandwich. I'm going to switch it up to a roll-up. And then for supper, I have a pack of bone-in chicken breast in the freezer. So I'm going to cook that possibly in the crock pot. And then lima beans and baked potatoes. Friday, a grits bowl. And I won't have any meat on it because there's just not any Simply Feeling breakfast meat besides Canadian bacon. And I'm just not been in a Canadian bacon kind of mood. So I'll just have like an egg and probably one of those little cocktail tomatoes. And then another turkey and cheese roll-up. And for supper, this is a new recipe. It's 1 skillet ziti, but I can't find whole wheat ziti. I found a brown rice ziti, but I don't know. I hadn't tried that before. And I would rather try it in just like a plain pasta sauce where I don't have as much to lose in case it like has a softer texture, falls apart or something like that. So I'm doing a 1 skillet rotini because I could find whole wheat rotini. Then for breakfast on Saturday, I found a recipe called cream of wheat pudding, which is just basically cream of wheat that's sweetened with, I don't know, stuff that's Simply Feeling. But I love cream of wheat, and I like sweet cream of wheat, so I thought I was going to give it a try. And then for lunch, tomato soup and grilled cheese. And for supper, a new recipe, Mexicali pie with cornbread, and all that is Simply Feeling. Now, I'm hoping, I don't know what we'll be doing, if we'll be working at the garden. It's been raining the past couple days, and so I don't know if it'll be dry up enough for him to do anything, if the tiller's going to be ready, etc., etc. So Saturday and Sunday may or may not change, but I have them scheduled or planned. And then Sunday, I'm going to do another pumpkin spice puree English muffin. I just toast the muffin, put the puree on it, and then sprinkle some of the Nature's Path pumpkin and flax granola. 2 teaspoons of that, 0 points. So there you go. And then beef and bean roll up for lunch. And that'll be some fat-free refried beans with 93% ground beef. And then I have, it's a whole chicken except for the wings. It was some chicken parts I bought for another recipe, and so I combined what I had left. So it's basically a whole chicken minus the chicken wings. 2 breasts, 2 thighs, 2 legs. I'm gonna do that in some barbecue sauce. And then onion soup potatoes, which I make roasted in the oven, but this is cooked in liquid, like stewed potatoes with the soup in it. So I thought I wanted to give that a try. And then corn. Monday. Sometimes I skip over that. Avocado and egg toast. And it's simply filling for the fact that I don't count avocado. You count it if you count it, but I don't. And then tomato soup and grilled cheese. For supper, pinto beans, some kind of taters, greens, and leftover cornbread from Sunday. And then Tuesday, oatmeal, and I'll have an egg with it for some protein, and another beef and bean roll up, and hamburger steak with onion. Oh, I forgot to write the rest of that down. I think I was tired. Rice, I do remember rice and green beans. It'll be brown rice. So, and I'm not doing food prep. Since I'm on Simply Feeling, I'm just not doing food prep because I'm having too much fun creating different meals. And they're easy. So far, I've been okay with not having something ready. I've worked it out really good. But I am going to make some more of the corn tortilla chips. Listen, those things are addicting. And last night, I used the rest of them up in my chili recipe, which, let me tell you, whenever I get that recipe video out, watch it if you like chili. That's all I'm going to say. So groceries today are from a Walmart delivery and a Food Line pickup. So let's turn around and look at those groceries. Here's my groceries from Walmart. We have skim milk, which they substituted a small one for a big one. And then almond milk, I count that as Simply Feeling. And half, I don't count at all. And the light sour cream, I count that as Simply Feeling because they don't make fat-free sour cream anymore. And the whey yogurts, those are David's, so I don't eat those. And the regular sharp cheese, I like to keep that shredded in the refrigerator for different recipes, and David puts it on his salads and different things like that, with his breakfast maybe. And the onion soup recipe, it's not necessarily Simply Feeling, but I don't count it. I just don't count seasonings. Never have. This is for the potatoes. And then I needed some cumin and oregano. Now this juice, this Tropicana Zero Sugar Summer Splash Punch, it wasn't in iTrack Bite or Healthy, so I had to add it, and it's 0 points for one serving, which is a cup. So it's not Simply Feeling because it's a juice, but it's 0 points if you want a cup of it. And then the Fiber One cereal, that is Simply Feeling. This is for Sebastian. He ran out when he was here last time. I thought I'd go ahead and get it while it's on my mind to have, because he likes waffles for breakfast. And of course we know vegetables are Simply Feeling, so I got the broccoli, and this is the turnip greens with the diced turnips in it. And then all this is Simply Feeling, the beef and the chicken broth, and the light red kidney beans, and then another chicken broth. Then these are David's. I don't know how many points those are, the hash browns. This is Simply Feeling, the Sara Delightful 45-calorie bread, and I like the white. And then these are a perfect substitute for the Mission Carb White tortillas that are on Simply Feeling, because these are actually less carbs by a few and 1 more gram of protein. So this is probably even a better choice. So that's why I substituted these for the Mission Carb, or the Mission White Corn that is on the list. And so that, with a couple non-food items, is my Walmart grocery list. Next up will be Food Line. Here's my small Food Line. I got eggs. I needed 3 pounds of the 93%, but they didn't have the single pack, so this is like 2.57. I just had to make that work. It is Simply Feeling. And the sausage is for David. Got some more bananas. And I need this for the Alfredo. And I just went the easy route since I'll be at the hospital. Just have this already cut up. And of course that's Simply Feeling. And the whole grain is just whole wheat flour. So this is whole wheat pasta. This is for our, what's supposed to be ziti, but it's now rotini. Simply Feeling. And then the Healthy Request Tomato Soup, that is Simply Feeling and David's Cup. So that's it for me today. Hope you're having a good hump day. And I will see you tomorrow for weighing.